What's up, fam? Around 1984, Dolores Avero didn't want to have another baby. She already had 3 kids, and her alcoholic husband, Jose Dinis Avero, wasn't much help. On top of that, their financial situation in Funchal was pretty dire. Dolores, from the Madeira Island, an independent region of Portugal, decided to have an abortion. She saw a doctor, but he refused to perform the procedure, saying she was young and healthy, and there was no reason not to have the baby. Desperate, Dolores tried a home remedy recommended by a neighbor. She drank a hot beer and ran for miles, hoping to lose the baby. The result? Just a nasty cramp, and as the video title suggests, the baby was born. That baby was Cristiano Ronaldo, who this week broke the internet. But bet you don't know how, with an alcoholic father and a life full of struggles, he became this global giant loved by so many nations. But before I dive into that, I want to take a moment to ask you to smash that like button now, because if I ask at the end, you might forget. So, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's dive into how it all started. On February 5, 1985, a baby was born in Funchal, Madeira Island, who was more of a superhero than a regular person. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Avero entered the world in an apartment so tiny it felt like a phone booth. Life was a real struggle, with his mom, Dolores Avero, working hard to keep the family together, and his dad, Jose Dinis Avero, deep into alcoholism. The situation was rough. The place they lived in felt like a pressure cooker ready to blow. Dolores did her best to keep the family afloat, but Jose Dinis made everything harder. It was a whirlwind of problems, and the future looked as uncertain as Florida's weather forecast. But from an early age, Cristiano wasn't one to be easily shaken. At just 8 years old, the kid was already a standout on the streets of Funchal. Football was his escape, the place where he could forget his troubles and dive into what he truly loved. Every dribble and kick was a battle cry against life's hardships. By age 10, the kid's dedication started getting noticed. He was recruited by Nacional, one of the local clubs, and began to show that the kid from Funchal was something special. The training was intense, but Ronaldo threw himself into it with a passion that made everyone think, this kid's going places. But the big break was about to happen. At just 12 years old, Ronaldo made a giant leap by joining Sporting CP in Lisbon. Leaving Madeira Island was like trading a skateboard for a Formula 1 car. Adapting to a much more competitive and demanding environment wasn't easy, but Cristiano was there to prove he was the real deal. Every training session, every game was a chance to shine, fam. Let's catch up. The golden moment arrived. In a crucial friendly match, Ronaldo was on the field, and the pressure was on. Everyone was watching, waiting to see if the kid would deliver on his promises. And guess what? Ronaldo absolutely crushed it, with dribbles that left people in awe and shots that seemed magnetically drawn to the goal. He proved he wasn't just there to make up the numbers. And guess what? A scout from Manchester United was there, right in the middle of the game. He saw Ronaldo work his magic and thought, this kid is something special. Soon enough, Manchester United made an offer that was every player's dream. Ronaldo was on the brink of a new adventure. So there was Cristiano Ronaldo, just 18 years old, ready to take a massive leap in his career. Manchester United decided the kid had more than enough talent and made an offer that would leave anyone speechless, 94 million euros. That's right, 94 million, an amount that, back then, made even the stock market look like child's play. When Cristiano arrived in England, it was like a meteor crashing into Old Trafford. Moving to a foreign land with a climate that didn't help and a language that didn't always make sense was like stepping into a "welcome to the jungle" scenario. Adjusting was tougher than the final episode of a soap opera, but Ronaldo wasn't going to let anything stop him. He was there to shine, and he wasn't going to let anything hold him back. The first days were a bit shaky. The team was going through a transition period, and Ronaldo had to deal with the new normal at Old Trafford. But he was a lion on the field, quickly proving he was there to make an impact. Over time, Ronaldo began to win over the fans. With every game, he left supporters and teammates in awe with his impressive plays and goals. It was like Manchester United had found the missing piece to their puzzle. Ronaldo helped the team secure major titles and establish themselves as one of the big names in the Premier League. But Ronaldo's life wasn't all smooth sailing. In 2005, his father, Jose Dinis Avero, fell seriously ill. The alcoholism and deteriorating health finally took their toll, and the news of his illness hit Cristiano hard. Losing his father was a crushing blow, and Ronaldo had to cope with the grief while continuing to fight for success at Manchester United. But, as always, he turned his pain into fuel. If his father had been a complicated part of his life, Ronaldo used that sadness to focus even more on football. He poured his heart into the game, and his dedication paid off with major victories and achievements. Ronaldo continued to shine on the field, helping Manchester United win more trophies, and his skill and dedication became the face of the club's success. The kid from Madeira had truly become one of the greatest players on the planet. Now, hold on to this. In 2009, Cristiano Ronaldo decided it was time to make history once again. The news that no one saw coming: Ronaldo was leaving Manchester United to join Real Madrid. And it wasn't just any transfer. The price was €94 million, a sum so outrageous it felt like something out of sci-fi. Real Madrid was as excited as a 5-year-old with a new toy. Santiago Bernabeu was about to welcome a star that promised to shine brighter than all the city lights. But of course, Ronaldo's arrival wasn't all party and praise. The guy had to prove he wasn't just a pricey label but a true star. And, as always, Ronaldo didn't disappoint. From his first game, he stepped onto the pitch with a drive and intensity that made everyone think, wow, this guy really came to play. With speed that made everyone envious and a finishing ability that seemed supernatural, Ronaldo quickly became a key player in the team. In his first year at Real Madrid, Ronaldo made it clear he was not messing around. He tore it up that season, scoring goals with a frequency that seemed like a goal-scoring machine. Real Madrid won La Liga and the Spanish Super Cup, and Cristiano was a major part of that success. In the following years, Ronaldo didn't slow down. He broke records, became the club's all-time top scorer, and led the team to 4 UEFA Champions League titles. The bond between Ronaldo and Madrid's fans became legendary, and the guy turned into a true icon. Fans were totally smitten, and Ronaldo was living his fairy tale in Madrid. But as life is a roller coaster, in 2018, the next big change was on the horizon. Ronaldo decided to shake up his career and move to Juventus in Italy for a whopping €117 million. That wasn't just a transfer, it was a seismic event in the transfer market. Joining Juventus was like jumping from an amusement park into a battlefield. Juventus was looking for new titles and desperately wanted a Champions League win that always seemed to slip away. With Ronaldo on board, the team thought they might finally reach that goal. In turn, Ronaldo brought with him an aura of greatness and a track record of achievements that made everyone believe the Champions League drought was about to end. In the 2018-2019 season, Ronaldo shone with 21 goals in the league and gave Juventus a fresh sparkle. He quickly became the fans' favorite and the star of the team. But, as life always has its own plans, in August 2021, Ronaldo decided it was time to return to Manchester United. The announcement was like a rocket. Fans went wild, the media couldn't stop talking, and the hype was through the roof. Ronaldo's return was the kind of news that left everyone in shock. However, the return wasn't exactly a fairy tale. Manchester United was going through a transition phase, and the environment at Old Trafford was more chaotic than a single person's apartment after a party. Ronaldo had to deal with a team trying to find its footing and a management that seemed to have more questions than answers. Things started heating up when Ronaldo, in an open interview, threw some shade at the club's management and expressed his dissatisfaction with the situation. It was a real bombshell. Social media went crazy, and Ronaldo was once again in the spotlight, but this time not for his brilliant plays, but for the off-field drama. In November 2022, Ronaldo's relationship with Manchester United came to an end. The contract was terminated, and what seemed like a glorious return turned into a turbulent second stint. And guess what? The football world was ready for the next twist. At the start of 2023, Ronaldo made a move that left everyone speechless. He signed with Al Nassr, a club in Saudi Arabia, with a contract that looked more like science fiction than reality, $200 million annually. It was a real, take that, moment that made the whole world look at Saudi football with new eyes. Besides his feats on the pitch, Ronaldo also has a huge influence off the field. His charity work, his ability to promote the sport, and his constant presence on social media inspire millions of people around the world. He's a living example of overcoming adversity and dedication, and his legacy keeps growing and being celebrated globally. So, fam, have you ever faced a pain like that and still had to stay strong, just like Cristiano Ronaldo? Big hugs, and I'll see you in the next video here on Tuned Up Life.